What's up, Soul Fam? Maybe you're not Soul Fam, because I'm just randomly making this video because I'm sitting there thinking about this fucking psychedelic experience. And what that psychedelic experience was, what it was showing me was I'm not my body. Like, I know that now. But back then, before, you know, I haven't reached this level of awareness, that was the whole message behind the psychedelic experience I'm about to share with y'all. And that's all I'm going to share with you. I'm not going to fucking get into self-healing or none of that. I just want anybody to share their experience with me. And if they've ever experienced this, I'm not looking for people to share their trip reports with me. If you had any psychedelic experience that is very similar to the one I'm about to share with you, please leave a comment. The only person that I've ever heard of having a psychedelic experience like this was Ram Dass, and the one that led to his awakening and him going to India. But I've made a video about this in the past, and it's gonna get dark. Don't worry about the quality of this video. Fuck the quality. It's not about the quality of the video. All you need to do is hear my words. So, you know, I started vaping DMT in the beginning of my spiritual awakening. What set my spiritual awakening was a psychedelic mushroom journey, which wasn't like super fucking like mind-blowing. Like, during the experience, it was nothing different than anything, you know, it wasn't like some mind-blowing experience. It was just a regular mushroom experience. As a matter of fact, I had ones that were fucking greater than the one that started making me aware of the things that were showing up in my life, you know? But, so I started vaping DMT, and mushrooms just stopped working, right? Just stopped working. I would eat a half ounce of them at a time, and, you know, I would maybe get like a head buzz and a body buzz. But once I had that one mushroom journey, and don't get me wrong, I was blissed out and everything, but it was nothing like mind-blowing, you know? It was just a great experience. That's all it was. And once I had that experience, I started noticing all these synchronistic numbers show up. And it was my birthday that kept on showing up. It was 10/18, it kept on showing up. And I'm like, why does this number keep popping up? Am I just noticing it because of my birthday? But anyways, on topic. I had bought some Cappy Vine, and if you're watching this video and you're familiar with psychedelics and you consider yourself a true blue psychonaut, then you know what Cappy Vine is. But if you don't, it's the vine, it's the ayahuasca vine. Well, let's not get in the science of ayahuasca vine. Ayahuasca isn't DMT. DMT is in ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is a Cappy Vine, which is an MAOI. MAOI is what makes DMT orally available. So let's just skip through the scientific bullshit and just skip to the fucking trip report. So I had some Cappy Vine extract times 5. I ate 7 grams of that. I ate 7 grams of the Cappy Vine. Waited about 20 minutes until you feel that slight head change. You don't, they say Cappy Vine's it's psychoactive on its own, but not, you can just notice a different body buzz. You notice a little head change. So once I noticed that, I ate a mushroom. It was just like 1 gram. That's all it was. Because it's all I had. But then I felt it, you know, and that's the crazy thing. Like, I ate that 1 mushroom, and it was the equivalent to what I would feel like if I ate 7 grams. So it was like the mushrooms weren't doing anything for me. But once I felt that head change kick in, I decided to vape some DMT. Now, I had this fucking divinely guided, told me to do this. It was just divinely guided. So once that all kicked in, I grabbed the DMT rig, or the dab rig, and I heated it up, and I grabbed a scoop of DMT. It wasn't that much. Look at it, check this out. 11-11, baby. All the time. Well, it wasn't It wasn't that much. It was just like a fucking, maybe a point on the scale. At that. What you could fit on one of those dab rig spoons is what I fucking vaped. So I fucking heated up the dab rig. I did that. And I fucking took it all in. And I held it in. And I put the dab rig up. And I went to go walk to my bed, which was about 5 feet away. Oh, I disappeared. That gets into the story. Fucking it all in alignment. So I fucking get to my bed, which was 5 feet away. And I'm like thinking, did I breathe the DMT out? Because it feels like I did. It feels like I don't need to breathe. Like I don't need air, which was odd. But then I let it out and I realized that I was still holding it in. So I'm like, okay, that was weird. I went to go put my hand on the bed, right? Like, boom, crawl in the bed. And the bed went down, but my hand wasn't there. And I'm like, that's fucking odd. Oh, well. So I put my other hand on to crawl. You know, so I'm crawling on the bed, and that other hand wasn't there. And then all of a sudden, I fucking got all wide-eyed. I'm like, why don't I see my arms? And then I was about to flip out, and I'm like, dude, you just vaped DMT and ate a whole bunch of other shit. You know what you did. You know? So I'm like, okay, just go with the flow. I had this thought, just go with the flow. So when I turned down and when I turned over to lay in my bed, my whole body was gone. There was no body there. Like I could feel, I was waving my arms in front of my face. And I felt the motion of moving my arms, but I didn't see no arms. I had no body. Everything was gone. And I'm like, wow, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, I'm looking up at my ceiling, and this fucking light shot out of the ceiling. This big, bright-ass light. Like, you know what they say, go to the light? Similar to that. And my whole body is just froze in fucking panic. Like, what the fuck? Like, tense. Like, ooh. And all I kept on having this fucking thought in my head, just let go, let go. Unclench. But I fucking couldn't. And all of a sudden, I fucking just beamed into light, and I connected to this light. And I'm sitting there in this light. And there's these other divine beings up there. And they're like, it's safe, it's safe. I didn't see anybody. All I seen was light and vibration. And I'm like, it's safe. And I'm like, okay, let me calm down. Let me relax. But I couldn't relax. I couldn't fucking relax. But I'm sitting there in this light, you know, and it's almost what it looked like, honestly, was a big ball of light in the middle. Like, you know those lights where it's got a fucking ball in the middle and it's glass and there's electric going on in there and you can put your hand on it and it pulls the electricity to your hand? That's what it was similar to. And I'm sitting there in this fucking empty space with this light and these electric fucking vibrations going on. And all I had was this thought was like, if this is fucking heaven, this shit is lame as fuck. I don't feel blissed out. I don't feel fucking one. I don't feel oneness. I don't feel anything. I feel fear because I couldn't let go of the experience. I couldn't just surrender to it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, you know, everything died down and I came back down and I'm in my bed and I rolled over and I started crying uncontrollably, like this fucking emotional purge. And I'm just like thinking, what the fuck was that? Was that like some Kundalini shit? You know, which I don't think it was. It was just a psychedelic experience. But I share it with individuals that say they're into psychedelics and shit. And like everybody looks at me like they don't believe me, which I don't care. I'm not here to fucking convince anybody. I don't sit in the vibration of convincing. I'm just sharing my story. And I just want to know, has anybody fucking experienced this before? Legitly experienced their fucking body disappear, turn into light and shoot up to a fucking big white light. But what that was telling me was like, we are not our body and we are not our thoughts. And I'm perfectly aware of that now in my awakening. But I just wonder, like, how many people have this fucking experience? Because I only heard of one person that was similar to mine, and that was Ram Dass. You know, and if you know him and his Timothy Leary story about him giving him synthetic psilocybin, and him laying on the couch and seeing himself walk in his fucking monkey suit, like suit and tie, monkey suit. And then he looked down and he was gone. His body wasn't there, but his awareness was standing right there. And that was the same thing that I experienced. So just leave a comment. Let me know if anybody had this experience. My subscribers, you already know. Not my subscribers, but the subscribers to the channel. I hate that fucking my shit. Nothing's mine. Nothing belongs to us. It's not ours. Unless you fucking leave with it when you ascend to the next realm, it's not yours. So I let go of that my shit. Let me know. Because it's been blowing my mind. You know, it's really been blowing my mind. So the subscribers of this channel know that this video is not, it's really not for y'all. Like, obviously you're gonna watch it, but you heard the story before. But I just have to know how many people had this experience in their life.